Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's me. I'm back. Yeah, we got the Thursday evening wind down. How y'all doing? Today is Thursday, it's April 9th, it's 5:52 a.m. PM, child. I'm sorry, PM. Ooh, Lord, we don't want to start over. Groundhog Day. Let's see, what's the message for the collective? How are we going to wind down? What message do you have for us? Let's get a wisdom oracle, and I'll read it at the end, okay? Let's just pick up the energy that we're picking up from the cards. Ooh, I was looking in the mirror, and I have put on some weight. OMG, my nigga, you done put on some weight. Yes, sir. Oh my God, I gotta slow down, nigga. That shit don't look good on me. I don't think so. What's the message for the collective? Anyway, what did y'all learn today? That was what the download I was getting before I picked up the cards. And what we got? Look, go the distance. All right now, 47 could be significant. What's on the bottom? Truth be told. All right, go the distance. Pushing through, right? Getting to that finish line. You could be like almost there, almost finished. I'm picking up like school, completing a course, completing your whatever it is, your degree. Like you've been working towards something, and I feel like you're getting to the finish line. Yep. Truth be told, right? 14 could be significant. Let's get some. I'm not even gonna talk about it. What I just saw, I think y'all see it too. Let's see what's going on here. What's the energy for my collective, for my soul tribe, for my subscribers? Yes. What's the message? What is it that we need to hear today? We got 4th chakra, Archangel Michael. So this is your heart chakra. 38 could be significant. So this is about your heart chakra, right? How you feel, how you love, how you care, how you feel about yourself, right? So you're going a distance, right? So this could be just about you taking care of yourself, right? Being honest, being true to you, taking care of you, making sure you're doing the things that create a healthy environment for yourself. Because heart chakra is about love, and although I don't feel like, because of the way the world is and society is at this time, it may be a long time before people really wake up and realize they have to try to love themselves, right? Because look, man, we get to this age, for me, you know what I mean, and I finally started to do it, you know what I mean, because I didn't understand. I wasn't. I was pushed to sink or swim, basically, right? Deal with this shit, go through this shit, persevere through this shit, right? That's the only way to do it, is to do it, right? Look, angel of strength, stop playing with me. That's the only way to do it, right? You have to push through. You have to push through those limitations, not limits, limitations that you put on yourself, right? Somebody is, you're committed to, I heard righteousness. And righteousness, don't look at it in the context of spirituality in the church, because that's not what it is. Righteousness is living a righteous life. That means doing the right thing for the right fucking reason. Although we come from sin, so we had to come out of that, right? One at a time, if it has to be. It don't matter, right? But as we release those codependent issues, those addictions, that whatever it is, that trauma, as we release that shit, that means we're telling the universe we want to love ourselves more, right? We want to learn how to love ourselves more. Can't nobody love us more than God does, because I'm going to tell you why. Because you're here. 50 could be significant. The angel of strength. Come on now. Yes. Loving every part of you, even the ugly parts. See, the thing is about this, you can have ugly parts, you ain't got to live in the ugly parts. Shit, you did that shit. Everybody done did some shit. Everybody done did some shit. Right? But when you repent, when you change your ways, when you give God his fucking due, that's, man, listen, that's the biggest thing right there. Recognizing him. Recognizing the grace and the mercy he has put over your life through all the shit you've been through. Financial constraints. Somebody could be having issues with finances or feel constrained. Money could be getting low. You may be worried about where the next, don't listen. I don't care what it looks like. Remember, all you gotta do is remember that day that he picked your dusty ass up, because he had me by the collar like this, nigga, let's go. You hear me? And isolated my little ass. You hear me? I had nobody to go to but him. Sink or swim, nigga. You gonna let this shit break you? Or you gonna give it to God? You gonna trust? I reached out and he reached fucking back. And he showed me. Situation by situation. Spirit said victory by victory. Everything that I was able to overcome, I thank him for it, and he gave me more. You hear me? He helped me carry the burden. That's my brother. That's my brother. Yep. And my father. How about that? All those things that I thought I was missing from the world, he was like, I got it all. It all comes from me. Who? Come on now, source. It all comes from me. Come on now. Truth be told. Yes, truth be told. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going here. Speak. We got action and hostilities. Forward movement. Keep moving. There go another animal in stride. Some of you guys could be the Chinese zodiac of the horse or Chinese zodiac of the tiger. I want to say tiger because I don't think they got leopard. So, okay, take it how it resonates. Both of those animals were meant to be free. I'm going to say that just from the energy of the cards. Right? These are wild animals that people tame or they attempt to, because when they don't want to be held anymore, what they do, they attack. Some of y'all, look at this. Look. When we don't want to be held anymore, you're very guarded at this time. 13, 17, 26, all tied up in community. So, yeah. You could be avoiding a community, a group of people. There's some hostilities. You're avoiding that. You're not trying to be bound. You're not trying to get tied up in that shit. Yep, Spirit said don't get caught up. Look, because everybody got a contract. Justice. Everybody got a contract. 6 and 7, 26. Everybody got a contract. Truth be told. Man holding the heart. You're very loving, you're very kind, you're very nurturing. You got a lot of love to give, and I feel like you really had surrounded yourself around a lot of people that really weren't, as they weren't like you. You know what I mean? Not to say that you're better than anybody or anything like that. I'm just saying it's just the way that you emotionally express yourself, right? You have a very a big heart, a very big heart. You're very kind. And I feel like you're freeing yourself. You're persevering. And this is another trick of the enemy, right? Especially when you're about to cross that finish line, when you're about to, I heard break stride. Ooh, come on now. When you're about to, overcome or reach another goal, another milestone, whatever you want to call it, elevation, that there's the little monkey wrenches they throw in, money, lack things, things you need, things you can't really, you don't know how it's going to turn out, right? Look, ooh-wee. Somebody envy you. Somebody envy you even while you running, while you trying to get to where you going. You ain't even got there yet, but somebody envy you already. They see you. They see you like a wild horse or a cheetah. They see you. They see you untamed, doing what's natural. Yeah, somebody envy that. Even though they may have the material things, they don't have that inner peace. That's what this is, because they got material wealth, but you shining and you ain't even got there yet. Come on, spirit. You ain't even got there yet. Look, man holding the coin. Listen, you ain't even got there yet. You on your way though. You look good while things are looking good. I heard you look healthier. I heard you, you know what I'm saying? You look like you taking care of yourself. Like you got some change. After you pay your bills, you have a few dollars left in your pocket, right? You can save a little money and do other things, right? Magician in the mirror. Hoo-wee! Don't tell me you ain't reflected in somebody. They know that they don't. That shine you got, that comes from within. Yes. And they know that theirs comes from without. That's why it looks so dim there, because it's coming from the things around them, the material things. It ain't coming from within. Somebody don't love themselves. Remember, we talked about that. Coming in the fourth chakra. They love the material shit more than... Ooh, come on, spirit. They love the material shit more than they love themselves. And when they don't love themselves, then they ain't loving God. Because God loved us so much, He put us on this beautiful fucking planet to have anything we wanted. We messed that shit up. You understand? So, but that's all that. Don't let me get lost. Put back in here. Yeah, you reflecting back to somebody because, here we go. You are shining and you ain't got half of what somebody else got. You hear me? This is what the problem is. Confirmation. This is what the problem is. Hold on, y'all. Hey, okay. As I was taking my food out the oven, I was hearing you got something that this person don't got, and that's peace. That's why you can persevere. That's why you look vibrant, because you're not dependent on anything except source. Right? You have enough. You ain't starving, but you may not have more expensive things, bigger things, a home, a car, shit like that. Confirmation, thank you. Right? But you in action. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, speaking. And you speak your truth. You stand in your truth. Alright? You speak it. Somebody envies that, because it's like you found peace and stability and comfort without having to dress it up. Without having the shiny shit, the more expensive things. You found that, and it shows in your glow. There's a glow around you. Could be your aura. I don't know. But there's a strength about you, Ooh, yes. Child. Anxiety. Somebody's very anxious. What's this anxiety about? Somebody's been crying. Deceit. Ooh, somebody may have done something. See? Jealousy. Confirmation. I'll be damned. Somebody did something. Yeah, listen. Yeah, somebody did something. They go that hostilities. Somebody was being very hostile to you. Yeah, and very deceitful too. Somebody could have had you in a lot of... You could have been in a lot of anxiety, because, when we're releasing that codependency to the outside, to the 3D. That shit is mourning. You're mourning. You know, it's like you have to withdraw. You have withdrawal from that shit. You know what I'm saying? But on the bright side of that, it gets so easy because you get creative, right? You get creative and you learn how to. Thank you, Spirit. God give you seeds, baby. Those gifts, right? Live off of what I have for you is sufficient. Of course it is, because you got hands, you got a brain, you know, you confirmation, my goodness, you know, and use it. That's what I gave it to you for, you know what I'm saying? And that's why now you see everybody's on YouTube or on those other social media sites, man, using their skills, right? What we got here? Child, what I say? What did I say? Somebody still has attachments to the world. You release that shit. Yeah, the attachment. Just said the yin and the yang, baby. Balancing things out for yourself, right? You know you got a dark side, but you got a light side too. It's there. It's always been there. We just have to wake the fuck up. And see, you know? And I'm telling you, wake up, because every day is a gift. Every day. That's how much he loves us. He keeps giving us more time. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm not saying, listen, acknowledge him for one, and he'll direct the way of your life, right? Just give it to him, you know, give him his props. Is what that, thank you, Spirit. Give him his props. That's all. You know, and be a good human. Period. Right? Look out for one another, not hurt one another. Child, listen. Rest and rejuvenate. Listen. 9 and 1 is 10. The cycle has closed. You have reached a milestone. You have reached a milestone in your life, in your faith, in your life teachings, because this is teaching you perseverance. This is teaching you how to be strong when times are hard, right? Strategy, baby. Listen. He'll give you the knowledge, your intuition. That's your connection to source. Make you think. That's like, look, God got a connection to all of us. He ain't put his kids down here without a way to call on him. And then he did shut us out for a minute until Jesus came. Jesus came and sacrificed himself so that we could have that communication. You hear me? Yes, things happen. That's because we were born into sin. So, yeah, it is like that. But there's a way out now. You don't have to stay in it. I don't care how much you don't believe or didn't believe. Patience. You've been very patient. Because you know, you understand, you've seen, it's been evident in your life as you overcome obstacles and challenges, and, you know, and the healing, the purging. Come on, there's that other piece, staying on your knees, my nigga. What? Yeah? And releasing them attachments. Look, the angel of balance. I can't make it out. Make it out, make it up. I can't make it out. Somebody can't make out something. Maybe somebody can't make out you. Somebody can't make out what you're saying. Somebody don't understand what you're saying. That's because they're still attached. This is the... I can say it like this. This is like, if you don't have... Spirit. Losing your stability. Right? Is that going to make you turn into somebody that's very manipulative, cheat, and steal, because you gotta have an image? You know what I mean? I don't know why I heard when help is there, right? You can't judge the help because you're not comfortable with it, or you know what I'm saying? Because when we become humble, it's in the beginning it feels embarrassing. In the beginning, it feels embarrassing, right? That's because we're so attached to the world and what people fucking think. That's why we embarrassed, because we had this fucking mask on for a long fucking time. We thought we was this and we thought we was that, and we was living wrong. We had to be humbled. I've been there. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, at first it's embarrassing. But when you surrender, when you realize you did that shit, it was your ego, your pridefulness. You know what I'm saying? You the way you judge others, the shit you was running your mouth, the things you were doing to keep what you had, and on top of all that, right? You never gave, free of spirit. You never gave without wanting something back. You started using it as a weapon. Anywho, you know what I'm talking about. What's going on here, spirit? The temple and the path. The temple path, not in my hand. The temple path. It's yep. Which way? A crossroads. You're at a crossroads. Listen. Isolation. Yeah. Isolation. And that's really the only way you're gonna be able to detach yourself, is being by yourself. Because you have to learn that each and every one of us, God gave the ability to be stable on our own and to take care of our families. You gotta live right. I don't say nothing about no church. You gotta have a relationship with God. So that means you're gonna have to talk to Him. So however that is for you, take it how it resonates. But even if it's just thoughts you're thinking, prayer aside, you're gonna be silent. Having a community, doing it. I mean, if you don't, I don't know what else to fucking tell you. Because that's all I know. That's all I know. You know what I mean? So, that's it. And to share my experience, strength, and my hope. That's it. Yeah. Be a messenger of hope. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Somebody don't understand how come you're so balanced. Nothing really rattles you, because what you're gonna do? If I believe what I say I believe, then when shit happens, I gotta trust, and I trust Him that it's gonna work out. What the fuck? If I focus on trying to fix it and running around then that means I don't believe what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just saying. And I feel this way because I've seen some shit that's like, wow. You hear me? By myself, those little miracles, my nigga. Yeah, you been performing over here. We got a happy family. You got a happy family. That's right. That's what you want. That's what you're striving for. And your family is those connections you make that are nurturing, caring, and supportive. And pray to God, right? That's it. Spirit said there ain't no hope about it. Because He's not going to take you somewhere where you can't freely worship Him. Why would He do that? Why would He put you somewhere where you would have to, put yourself on the front line for death if you had to be silenced? Because that happened already with our forefathers, right? When they said that they believed in Jesus, they were put to death. Oh shit! 7th chakra. Look, your wisdom, baby. You know what you're talking about. You understand? Yeah. You trust. You know. And like I said, it can be uncomfortable in the beginning, but this is that part where you gotta choose. You gotta choose to give fully. You gotta fully give yourself. Listen, whatever. Listen, he'll calm your nerves, cause we like to think, what the fuck's gonna happen? How's it gonna be? You know what I mean? Look, women holding the corner. It's gonna be comfortable, nigga. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be great. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And He gonna heal that broken heart. Because He's gonna show you compassion for other people. Because when we're hurt, we hurt, right? We hurt. We just act. It just forces us to. Because what we're gonna do with that energy? What we do with that pain? What do we do with it? Right? What do we do with it? Yeah. Child, the world. Come on, baby. Closing that cycle out. Strategy. God knows the plan, baby. It's already a plan. Look, see that book right there? Because it's already written. Let's see. We was going to read. What are we going to read? Go in the distance, right? Go the distance. 47. Go the distance. Essential meanings. Endurance, strength, the long haul. The oracle's message. To bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience, the ups and the downs. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. I'm going to leave it there. There's more stuff there, but I don't feel like reading it. Anyway, truth be told, it's already, you was like, you just had to like get on that right path. And I feel like you did. And once you did that, yeah, you're doing what you got to do. You're closing out a cycle. You know what I mean? I'm hearing you're being rewarded, right? Not that you can do anything, right, to gain God's grace. It ain't like that. It's not. There's no measure of anything that we could ever do. Ain't enough community work, volunteering, giving your money away, pleasing people. Ain't enough of that in the world to gain the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? It's the faith. That's why it's usually the people that been in the roughest fucking parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? In those situations that come to God. You know what I'm saying? We make those changes in our life. But we also are the ones that God uses to inspire others, right? Not to say I'm anything that I ain't, but I'm just saying. I'm just spreading the word. I'm just spreading the evidence. That's all. I ain't trying to get you to believe shit I say. You understand? This is for entertainment purposes. For those that can hear, let them hear, right? It ain't for everybody. Everybody don't want to hear that. Everybody's stuck on, my life was so fucked up. If there was a God, how could it be? It was a God, but you got to understand it was Adam, it was Eve, it was a bunch of motherfuckers that didn't want to do what they needed to do. And here we are. And here we are. And by God's grace, we're not still where we were. You know? Y'all seen the struggles. You don't have to go all the way back to sleep. Well, yeah. I guess that's as far as you go. I'm talking about you can't go. You don't have to always go back to that far as Moses. You can see it up to the end of slavery, which, that's iffy. You know what I mean? But that's our closest evidence, right? That's our closest evidence. And freed again, right? Only to do what? To get free and then lose our fucking minds? Anyway. That's enough of that for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the message. I got chills. Ooh-wee. And if you like the vibe, subscribe to the channel. We love to have you in the community. It ain't always throwing and slinging mud. Yeah, but shit. we still gotta grow. We gotta heal. Either if I can't come on here and talk about the journey, right, and help others, or inspire others, right, to like don't sleep on yourself, right? Don't sleep on God. But anyway, yeah, that's it. If I can't do that, then I'm in the wrong place. That's why I like it over here. All right, y'all. Deuces, y'all stay up.